Fighting from the synagogue.
Nobody would knowingly join a cult. It will just take you, and when it's grabbed a hold of you, it infiltrates your mind.
My name is Rachel, and I'm from the UK. And we are all here as evangelists in training under our Father in the Lord, Senior Prophet T.B. Joshua.
Nightmare.
What the man of God told us, that Satan is the author of killing, of stealing, and of destruction.
I'm looking at myself and I don't even recognize myself. I can't watch stuff. I just find it very disturbing. I just went down this rabbit hole of one horror to another horror.
Everyone here in the stadium. Everywhere! Yeah! Say Jesus!
He wanted to be the biggest, best, the most important pastor in the world.
This is the moment we have been waiting for. Prophet T.B. Joshua has arrived here.
A man who has got a list of presidents in his pocket.
Did you know that the prophet? That's the prophet for heaven.
This is the first time that the truth is being heard from the heart of this organization. Some people, they are still living in fear for their lives, in fear for the retribution that will come if they do open their mouths.
You are the one looking for men for sex.
I had no idea he was a serial predator.
One of the worst disasters ever to strike a place of worship.
T.B. Joshua was perpetrating crimes on a global scale. For 30 plus years.
I'm a serial killer.
I think everybody that came from that place has guilt.
This is terrible.
He took people who were good, caring, kind, lovely people, and he turned them into monsters.
And I shall walk through just to see what's happening through here. Well, that's a door. These two telly addicts. They've been watching telly all morning. Here you've got square eyes, Rachel Holmes.
Was lucky. My dad was a chartered accountant. He worked in London. We lived rurally. I would say I was quite privileged in that respect. If you told me that this would be my life story, evangelical church, I used to take life super seriously. I wasn't just following my parents to church. I decided at that stage that I wanted to live for God. I had a lot of things going on for me privately that I didn't feel I could speak about. When I was 12, I realized I was gay, and it was like, oh my God, that can't be me. But this deep knowing that it was, and I just pushed it down so far. I was just terrified. Like, I can't have God if I'm gay, and I can't be gay because it's wrong. I think that's what made me start searching for a solution to that. So the day that started it all was the day that I was shown videos from the Synagogue Church of All Nations. Nothing was ever the same again. We didn't quite know what we were going to see.
From the synagogue.
As soon as it started playing, it had a really profound effect on me.
Look at the screen of your television right now.
It was an African church. And I was like, what am I seeing? What am I watching? They were quite graphic. There was no warning. It was private body parts that were swollen.
I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you can hear me right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on with my mixer. But anyway, I'm saying it is so sad to see Africa, the religion has become a business of where now we have this kind of desperate people who are being filmed naked, dying in pain just because someone is making money out of it. Crazy.
And kind of oozing with pus. These people with cancers and growths just being vulnerable and desperate. It was shocking to see.
I command them out in the name of Jesus.
The church had documented basically very raw, very rough cut productions of miracles.
Help my brother! Help my brother, man of God!
The people I saw in the videos, they were real. Their ailments, their sicknesses, their suffering was evidently real. And then there were these incredible documented healings.
I saw a lady with breast cancer. And then a few days later, the wound had healed. And everyone is just in awe.
I was like, what? How is that possible? How is that happening?
Here was somewhere where breast cancer wasn't a death sentence.
Audrey, Happy New Year. How are you doing?
Here was hope. And then slowly, I saw the man who was praying for all these people. This African man comes and reaches his arm out from a distance, and then they were being healed.
This is all an act, mind you. So majority of this is always an act, because I think so many documentaries, especially right here from the 254, have been released of where we have pastors paying congregants or the fellow worshippers, to act in a certain way. I could come up with I'm acting like, I'm sick. The next minute I'm okay. The next minute I'm walking. The next minute I can hear. I was deaf, but now I can hear everything. I was blind, now I can see. Like Jesus is real right here. But this is super, super sad, where the desperation of African people, and it is sad to see politicians are tagged along in this, because the deepest part or the deepest pain of this is the same. We are so much believing in and so much waiting on the same two organizations to help us, and while they're working together, if that is making sense. Because politicians are here making manifestos that they never fulfill. And if they don't, shout out to Ruto, he comes again and says, I don't know why God is taking so long to deliver. Isn't that what he said? Perfect example is that. I don't know why God is waiting so much time to manifest what I requested for, or to affirm everything that I manifested. So it's a blame on Jesus. So they go back to church. They start telling people we need to pray so that God can hear us, or Jesus can hear us, and deliver the manifestos I prayed for. While they're stealing money, because you're there praying. I mean, perfect example again, back in the 254. Just last weekend but one, I saw during 31st or during Christmas, that was Pastor Nganga, just came forward and told people, give me $10. I want $10 from every one of you. And maybe this guy has a massive, major influence. But because of how dummy and how manipulated we are, again, and I'm sorry to say dummy, you're there eating kills day and night. You don't even know the taste of meat maybe once a week, or maybe you don't even know what chicken tastes like from January until December, because you're just waiting for Christmas for you to eat chicken. But you're there giving someone $10. You can't even have a stock of food in your house because you're funding someone believing Jesus is going to bring it in double. What? Man, I don't think I don't want to be involved with anyone who's religious, psychotic. I can't at this point, cause this is just so crazy.
This is what Jesus would have done. Who is this man? What church is this? Where is this place?
What I saw wasn't something that you could forget. It just never left my mind. I thought
this is exactly portraying where African mindset is heading, where we're now acting like Western people. I'm sorry to say again, because there's no way you lack humanity within you to the point where you're so okay displaying the poverty porn of African people, the desperation of African people, and to the worst part of it, using their disease as a money-making object. This is so crazy. Karibu sana, Kate.
Asante sana, Joby. How are you today?
I am okay, but I'm really pissed off to see this. But at the same time, it is exciting when you see how this man used his power. You know, it is just so sad how he really manipulated Africans and used them to promote his business across the world.
Use his power. There's no power, Joby. You always use morons, Joby. Morons are always easily the fool when you're ignorant, Joby. When you're ignorant, Joby, you have no. That's how Africa's now been enslaved, because it's so ignorant. It's so backward intellectually. You know, you can't reason. Somebody come to you, oh Jesus, oh the Lord, Jesus in the name of the Lord, in the name of Jesus, oh, and it's not based in no intellectual thoughts of what's going on, how things really work. He says, oh the Lord, and the book, oh the Jesus, oh.
We were laughing about the Jesus in Kenya. Now I'm telling you, this story is more literally just super amazing and phasing at the same time. Like, this man was able to manipulate white people, make them catch flights coming all the way to Nigeria to worship him, and make them even missionaries. He made them missionaries to go and expand his churches in their country. And it was successfully done. And that's how he became a millionaire or a multi-billionaire, how he died, because he died in 2021. But apparently his documentary is being revealed right now.
Wow, I guess he couldn't save his own. I guess Jesus couldn't heal him. Ah, Jesus, I can't hear him dying. Pastor, won't you hear yourself? Ah, it's all a scam, nigga. It's a scam.
Jesus of Africa could not save himself. But let me say,
maybe this is the answer to my problems. Maybe this man can straighten me out. Like, if he prays for me, I won't be gay anymore, and then I can just give my life to God. And that started my pursuit to Nigeria.
Just because they're white don't mean they're not white, moron.
I booked a flight with...
Just because they're...
Just because they're white don't mean that they're not morons too. A lot of white morons running around.
But the most interesting part of this is now when they get to Nigeria, the Nigerians are now they're giving the white people the Jesus respect now. I mean, we have a pastor who just made white people come to our church. Like, this is amazing. Like, they're gonna explain it. Like, they were treated like gods. They felt like they were the gods. They're gonna say the land.
That's what happens when your mind has been colonized, Joe, for 200 years. That's what happens when you don't know who you are no more and you worship the enemy. That's what happens. African people are colonized. I mean, that's excuse my French, African people are fucked up in their head. Let's call a spade a spade. They're fucked up in their head. The lesser people, that's the funny part. The lesser people are now dominated their ass, and they worship low vibrational. So let me, cause what she was talking about is all low vibrational shit. So let's keep it in the African terms. You got high vibration, low vibration. Everything's energy and frequency. You're talking about some low vibrational, low frequency stuff is what you're dealing with. Africans are no longer high vibrational people. That's why they worship low vibrational people. That's why, remember, I was gonna see the video, but I decided not to say I don't want to inundate you with too many people. Shout out to the young African American brothers about, hey, you understand? We're from Africa. This is not our culture. They want to have our women as whores, have the men as homosexual. That's not us. We're from kings and queens. That's no vibrational shit. We're not supposed to be doing that. We're not vibrational people, exactly. Isn't everything about vibration? That's why the Africans stay in poverty. They are now low vibrational thinking. And that's why they worship low vibrational people. Because that's what you do.
I see Robert Williams in the building. Are you saying like TB Joshua is the one? This is his documentary. TB Joshua from Nigeria. Like I said, this man in every African home, including mine. We used to wake up every morning. If it's not TD Jakes, if it's not Joel Austin, it is TB Joshua. You know, giving us the morning glory.
See, now I want you to listen. That's Jovi's upbringing. That means that. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be raised like a people like her father who's a moron. These people are morons. I don't want to be born to morons. They can't even reason. They know they listen to charlatans and phonies. This dude started TD Jakes. I knew from the first time I seen TD Jakes, he was a phony and a charlatan. I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
TD Jakes was just exposed a few days ago, and we saw him coming back to church and saying, you know, everything they say about me is not true. It's all right. You don't know me. God knows me better. And people are watching. I'm like, okay. You literally cheer this. You don't even go bother and do a few research on your own. Oh, okay. It's a conspiracy theory then. Okay. All right.
He's going to prison, Joe, because he's a Negro. I don't care how much Jesus he's talking. TD Jakes don't be in prison.
I was so excited. It was like I was going to go into a time machine and travel back to biblical times, and I was going to meet Jesus.
Back in time, because I'm traveling to Africa with you retarded Negroes in the underdeveloped country.
Speaking something greater than what I'd seen.
Oh my God! Look at Nigeria. Let me just look at this country. Just look at this, you guys. Just look at.
How dare you talk about Nigeria? You better get your mind right.
There's a whole goddamn sewage over here, and there's a whole slums. Oh my gosh! God damn! I mean, oh my gosh!
Joey's all mad. Joey's all mad because Nigeria doesn't meet her Nollywood standards.
It doesn't. This is love. It doesn't. What? Look at that. Just look at that.
Now, today, we start synagogue here. Amen.
They are huts built on top of swamp with wooden chairs everywhere, you know. What surprised me was his humility, the way he talked, his ministration, the way he was talking.
I don't know where to start.
He wasn't educated. He barely spoke English.
He's a moron, but he managed to literally manipulate people. Can you imagine?
That's right. He wasn't educated. Exactly. He's a moron, but look, just because he's a moron, that means he doesn't know how to manipulate people. When you teaching us, when morons are talking to other morons, Joey, it happens.
Oh my God. Hey.
There's so much poverty in this land. He was selfless.
Here is Prophet TB Joshua at the age of 32, cleaning the toilets of the church every day for 3 years.
TB Joshua told us that his coming to the earth was prophesied some 100 years ago. He looked like someone who can solve your problem.
They all do. They all do, trust me. Do you know how many churches I've grown up into? I can't even start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many churches. So many. And that is Africa for you. Because you know what? We don't even know what we believe in. We don't even have any clue what we believe in. And we tend to run away from this fact, and it's a fact. We don't even know what we believe in, because 1 minute you're from this pastor, or because he failed to now, your things are not changing because, of course, you're praying to a non-existing being. You're not working.
That's right. You know what? You know why? Because you're a moron. You're supposed to solve your own problems. That's why, moron.
I was trying to give a perfect example. Remember that video you shared with me of that animated and you shared with everyone on Instagram, where how the Chinese will cross a bridge, how the Europeans cross a bridge. When it comes to Africans, what's wrong? I'm like,
Joshua invested more than 90% of what we got
in film,
in VHS videos. The law he gives to cameramen is,
and this is Africa today. In every church, they film everything. Now that even made me question a lot. Like, what is the purpose of this filming? Because I used to think it is all about, of course, drawing people and all that. But this is a money-making business. This is not only just you telling people, give me, tithe, bring offering. If you don't, you are a child of Satan. If you don't do you know how guilty we used to feel going to church without any offering? Do you know how guilty? They guilt tripped you. Like, you can't come to church and you just have nothing for Jesus. Jesus has a lot to offer. You have to give so that you can give. I'm like, okay. But I used to steal offering. We all did.
Everything.
And because you're a moron. You believe. Because you're a moron. Why would the creator of the universe need fake money? Need your paper? See, because the Africans are never even taught the whole universe. You live on one planet in a universe that's also a multi-dimensional verse. What creator needs any money from you that he can't even just snap his fingers and already have it? Because it doesn't make any sense. So you're easily preyed upon because now you're ignorant as hell. After slavery and colonialism, we are a moronic people. Our minds, because it's been passed down generationally. Because our parents are morons, our grandparents are morons, and our great-great-grandparents were morons. And then when you break the mold, why don't you believe? What's wrong with you? I'm not a moron. I wasn't born to be a moron. That's why I'm breaking the mold. That's why I'm saying no to more of this crazy shit here that doesn't benefit nobody. Africa's still underdeveloped. Every other continent is developed. Africa still stays like it's from 1825 or some shit. Because you're sitting there praying every day to some non-existent being who was made up by white people. You won't go research it because you're too stupid. You're a moron. You believe, but you don't want to go no facts. Then if I go out and get the facts, you're mad at me because I won't follow now your moronic behavior. Because I'm free of the nonsense. I know it's a lie. So you're trapped in a lie. Oh, I can't associate with Keith no more. My son, just like my grandmother disowned me. Well, whatever. You do you. I can't live in a lie because you there, because you all fucked up in the head. That's your choice. My choice is to get out of it. And I'm going to get my kids out of it too. So my kids don't be in no kooky coat like this and their body parts swollen all kind of moronic shit. It's crazy. No one be scared of life. You're brought here to solve problems, not to worship.
Period.
Many videos, so many. He came with something different, something unusual, something that was never in the Christendom. The whole world had never seen something like this.
Who are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
When he looked into my eyes, he pierced into my subconscious.
All this craziness. This is Africa. This is all this. You wonder why Africa's underdeveloped. You wonder why Africans are ruled by other people. This is what they show. What the Chinese see, Europeans see. Like these niggas are supposed to be ruled. They're childlike, retarded people. They're supposed to be ruled.
He wanted to cry.
Evil spirit.
Look at
the people who
this nonsense.
And that's the people we are seeing on the screen of a television right now.
You're about to say was.
Fire! Right now, all your dress, your clothes, your dress, your shirt, every part of your body.
You can imagine how powerful he was. There's some things I don't know how to explain.
And this is better than your own tradition. You told that this craziness was better than your own African tradition. Are you insane?
Simple sentence.
Why are you hiding? Can't look at your face. Who are you? Agent of Satan. Huh? Agent of Satan. Agent of Satan. Yes, sir.
If people want to talk about him, they talk about him under their breath. They're afraid of his spiritual power.
That was the same thing that was
afraid of his spiritual power. Ain't it funny? All you people that were scared of his power all stayed broke and fucked up.
The same thing happened right here in Kenya, because I remember when my stepmom was taking us to Prophet Wall's church. You know, they were also believing the same. Like, you couldn't talk about him. You know, if you want to talk about him, you must be in your house, not around the church. Like, you know, you can't be here talking about him. You
see what Joe be saying? Adults have the mind of children. These are Joby's parents. They have the mind of children. You're being raised by children. You can't say nothing about around the church. Man, I go there and say everything I want to say, that a damn thing gonna happen.
There is victory in his blood. In his blood.
You know, all these African bastards, right, with these fake churches. Why can't they ever solve Africa's poverty? The Africans are too damn stupid. Why are we still poor? Why is Africa still underdeveloped? All this church shit. We got 100,000 churches down in Africa, but we still poor and underdeveloped. What is going on? Nope, you're too stupid to even think about that. You're still in poverty. Because now you got the internet, and now you see how everybody in the world lives but you. That's why you're running out of Africa. Now you see it, because you got the internet on your phone. How everybody don't look all fucked up like Africa. You see it now. Like, whoa, hey, this don't look like no Africa. It damn sure don't. It damn sure don't. But you all in your praying and all your goofiness, just like that cartoon I gave Joby. You're praying and don't shit change and don't shit happen. You know why? Because the God you worshiping is not real. That's why you stay in poverty, why your country's undeveloped, and that's why people come and steal from you. That's why. That's why. But you are too ignorant to even reason, sit there and reason like an adult. You won't even reason. Hey, we're the most religious people on the planet, and we are the poorest. Something don't add up. Yeah, you know what don't add up, stupid? It's not real, moron. That's what don't add up.
And I think, I don't know if this is because me trying to understand psychology, and I've been reading a book especially about understanding people's psychology and all that, and I've learned a lot so far. And when it comes to religion, I'm trying to think, because when they speak of spiritual powers, and we knowing that we have the power to manifest everything into being, into reality.
Difference between spirituality and religion. Christianity has nothing to do with spirituality. It's religion. It was to stop your spiritual growth. Go ahead.
True. What I feel like they do is that I don't know if for them they know about, spirituality and especially about where you can, say things and make them come into reality if you especially set your mind into it. I feel like what they do to their fellow worshippers is that I come and tell you, I summon you, I ask you what's your problem, what's the current problems you're facing, or I just point you, I'm like, I know you're facing a problem, but I feel like Jesus is going to restore this. So since because I understand that you don't have a job, or rather, let's say you have, you've been having some pain on your stomach, all I have to do is just change your psychology because it's all in the mind. So once I tell you that, Jesus is going to do this, back of your mind, you're gonna keep that belief in, into being like, your subconscious mind just knows you're waiting for healing. And I believe that's how it comes to being. And it's now makes them feel like it's the pastor who did it, but we don't understand. It all starts with psychology,
Yeah.
It's all about what you think. Yeah, so I feel like that's the power that, pastors have been using for the longest time.
Sure.
Yeah, psychological. That's true.
Affects people's mind. I thought it could be an angel or something.
It was like something, there was an explosion in my head. Ooh! If you place God and place him, I will put both of them together. He was like a god to me.
My name is Godwill Agomo Paul. I am from a very poor family.
When you talk of loyalty, I gave him all. I loved him so much. My relatives, my siblings, my father, my mother, everybody meant nothing to me.
Today, I am coming as a prodigal daughter.
Let me tell you, it becomes even worse when now you have a religious, especially a man in the house who's the king of the house, because these people become weaklings. They don't know anything else but just, you worshiping, you being gay. And I'm sorry to say that because this is what it is. Why are you bowing down to non-existing creature who's a male and you don't even know if he exists? That sounds so gay to me, thinking about it straight, sounds so gay to me, and I feel like this has made most, especially of the black men, super weak, because you find most of them now, going to confess their problems to these pastors instead of them working towards them. And I saw this with my father, and I'm saying, as much as my dad was a really hardworking person, you'd find most of the problems he's taking them to the church. I'm like, you don't really need to take everything to the church. Even when it came to me, like he's calling people to the house to come and worship so that they can pray for me. They're saying this girl is changing, she's becoming demonic. I'm like, where's the demons? I'm just
Jovi, I'm glad you talked to him. I'm glad you did talk to your father this weekend, but your dad's a moron. There's nothing demonic about you, Jovi. You weren't possessed by any demon, when any demonic thing happening. You were growing up, and now you were finding your own voice, and then speaking how you felt. Nothing demonic in that. You were becoming an adult and having your own mind to think with as you're supposed to.
Hey, we had so many fellowships in the house every Friday, every Wednesday at night. We just have people in the house praying, making me read Bible verses and all that. It was so pathetic.
I needed
please, I can't be born in any African moron coming back. Please, I gotta get out this time. I can't come back and be in a house like a Jovi. I can't be born to morons, man.
He made me to feel that I'm important in the kingdom of God. I lived there.
Exactly. When they tell you cry, oh, you're building the kingdom with tears of important. Man, shout out to my stepmom. This woman.
As one of the closest disciples, a loyalist to the call.
I was very close to him. I was just like the number 2 in the synagogue church of all nations. There are certain things he told me personally that I know many of the disciples never knew. He knows exactly what he wanted to achieve. He had special interest in the Oyibo, the whites.
People. So Nigerians have understood they call the white people Oyibo. I have understood one term.
Are you surprised that God is using a black man to do all these things? Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised that God is using a black man. Never ever have I seen the power of God manifest like it's here.
Now, it is more convincing, especially when you have white people coming to your church. Oh my, you don't know what you do to cans. You have no idea. You just made Jesus show up himself right here, like, you know, we don't even need you anymore. Like, we got white people. This is the heaven right here. They're gonna say it.
That's all that you just described, Joby, sadly enough, how destroyed the African mind is. You just explained that.
I have a video I'll share on the WhatsApp chat from very long time ago. One time when I was in the chat, I'll share that was me actually recording that of 2018, where we had a pastor, a white man who came to our church, and it was a massive. I also posted it saying, "Oh, that was the best speech we had today." I'm like, wait. I went back to that video. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I just gave my congratulations to a white man, but I understand. I went to the heights, of course, because I didn't like the church, and since we worship the white man, hell yeah. So, you know, I'll share that and see the people's reaction, because it was crazy.
1996, one of the major pastors came from South Africa. When they were leaving, he gave more than 200 VHS videos to take home to give to people. Videos of miracles, videos of confessions, videos that will fill their head. I said, this is so expensive. He laughed. You think I'm a fool? I know what I'm doing. A time will come. This synagogue church is going to shoot out from South Africa to the whole world.
And it did. It did.
Believe you me, brothers and sisters, Nigeria was the last place on earth that I ever wanted to come to. They fraudsters.
Nigeria was the last place on earth I ever wanted to come to. These are also, they talk about how, because understanding this video is where white people are trying to tell Nigerians or Africans from different African countries, you live in a dirty continent. Like, this is the last place I ever wanted to come to. You are fraudsters, you are money launderers. This is what she termed Nigerians. You are scammers, you are land grabbers.
They money launderers, they drug peddlers.
They are drug peddlers.
And I say, God, sorry. Yeah. He's a piece of heaven on earth.
There's no piece of heaven in Nigeria. Stop lying.
The greatest in the pumped synagogue church.
A swim of sewage.
Was when the foreigners started coming. This was strategic.
Full of sewage.
And it was planned.
Joey, you better stop hating on Nigeria. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I love you all, my brothers and sisters.
I just got a confession to make that I want the whole world to know. In the past, I've always hate blacks.
Also, racism comes with it on this, because this pastor just explained very well. He knows what he's doing. He knows. So he's going to, of course, invite white people, pay them to act like, you know, they just received miracle of this, the best church they have been. But with it, the compliments comes with racism. This guy just said, in my past life, how do you know about your past life, especially you being a white man? In my past life, I hated black people. I really, really hated them. Now I love black people. I can't believe it. What?
When I got back over here, I saw the love that we received from black people.
Yeah, because we give that. What do you give?
He used the white people to market his brand. Having white man or white woman around is like you have achieved.
Who said it? It's an achievement.
He just say, look at these people. They don't know where they are.
Yeah, those are the white people to us.
Each one that goes home tries to contact his brothers, contact his friend in the US, contact those in the UK.
What do you have to say?
I never experienced anything like that before, but I will bring all of this back to my country. I will tell people.
Yes, but in short, I don't think I'll continue the rest of the video because I see my time is up. But I'll share the rest of the document. It's 3 episodes that are shared on BBC. They covered 3 episodes where we have Black people from different countries also expressing their, their encounters where they are sexually assaulted. This man went ahead and sexually assaulted most of the Black women, assaulted the children in the name of healing them, oppressing so many people in the name of healing them. And all this is filmed. And this film is given to white people so that they can go distribute to their countries. We're talking about Canada. We're talking about Europe. We're talking about any Chinese man or Indian who believes in Christ comes there. They're given those VHCs videos and they were promoted in every part of the world. And this is how he got massive influence, because there are those who literally fell under the trap of believing this is actually Jesus who's called from Africa, Nigeria. So we need to go and seek healing. It is super, super crazy and so sad. But my lesson from this, because if you go ahead, they showcase how the white people landed there, the love they received from Nigerians. Now it started, when they went ahead and became fellow worshippers of the church, they were chosen to become missionaries. Because this guy, this is how you understand this is a business. And he worked together with politicians, because the guy who says that he was like a second-hand man to him, they were very close. He explains how he used these white people not only to spreading the videos, but making them missionaries and making them believe Jesus has chosen them to go and spread the word by opening more other branches. And still, all these other branches still were filming the same videos, and he works together hand in hand with the politicians, which is so sad. And this is why I'm bringing this to an alarm where Africans, we need to wake up and understand these are weapons. We're talking about 2 organizations, and I call them an organization because politics is an organization that is formed on its own, and religion is also another organization or other weapons that are formed differently, but hand in hand they work together, because these 2, we're using them as hopes. Politicians sell hopes through manifestos. We need to understand that, which they never fulfill. And if they don't, like Ruto again, they say, I don't understand why God is taking so much time to deliver. They go back to religion, and then that's why they drive your mentality and make you believe for real. You need to pray. You need to kneel down and pray. Because that's what he was telling the northern people of Kenya the other time. You need to kneel down and pray, because God is taking so much time to fulfill and affirm the manifestos I had for you guys. You're pocketing the money as you use religion as well. Because take a look at a very good example. We had the Kenyatta recently, the mom and Uhuru Kenyatta, that is the wife of President Jomo Kenyatta, and the son, the previous president. They went ahead and funded a whole multi-million church in memory of Jomo Kenyatta, our first president. For what? For what purpose? I want to understand. What in memory? What do you mean in memory? Obviously, Jesus.
Because it's a lie in the front, it's a lie in the front, and the funny thing about it, Jomo didn't even believe in Christianity. He didn't believe it, but that's what it tells. That's what it tells the ignorant people. He didn't believe in it. That's why he had 6 wives. In Christianity, that's illegal. He had 6 wives in Christianity. He didn't believe in that shit. And his last wife was some 8. This dude's like 67 or some shit. He married some 18-year-old girl. He didn't believe in that Christianity shit.
A whole pedophile.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't believe in that. Because that was his 3rd wife. Fourth wife was a white woman. His last wife was an 18-year-old or 70-year-old child. He didn't believe in no Christianity. In the laws of Christianity, all what he did was against God. But they know that most Africans in Kenya are morons. They didn't educate them. They say, hey, Jomo's life didn't even say he was a Christian. Of course not. That's for you dumb morons in the crowd. He knew that shit was a lie. He never believed in that shit. That's for you masses who sing, oh, Jesus. Make a church. This is a church for Jomo. Jomo didn't even believe in that shit.
It's crazy. Let's had last year towards coming the end of the year. I think mid-October, September there. October, November. or rather starting of December. We had also Ruto giving 5 million to a certain church to be built. I don't know which parts of the country, but it was in a certain county where he gave 5
They
million.
won't build no hospital. They won't build no decent schools. All now they want to build these churches. They won't build shit to help African people. Don't build no. Why did you build the damn water for African kids instead of Mr. Beast had to go get water from a goddamn dirty ass river? Why did you build the damn pipes that have the water be filtered and taken into the school?
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. It's all kind of moronic shit. It's crazy. Do me a favor. How many? Ask Google. How many wives did Jomo Kenyatta have? Was it like 6? You morons don't know he didn't believe in Christianity. That's only Islam you can have. Islam you can have these wives in African culture.
He had Gina Kenyatta, of course, who's still there, and of course the ones who launched the church. He had Grace Wanjiku. He also had Edna Clark, a white woman, and
that
Grace
white woman. And the young one. Yeah. So you think he was scared about your Jesus? About your guys? When the Bible tells you you're going to take one wife?
He's not. He was not. None of them are.
Obviously not. He kept having wife after wife. He said, Jomo, it says we're in the book. You can only have one wife. Man, you better get out of here with that. That's for the dumb Negroes we ruling. You know that shit ain't real.
But I see Robert says that yes, it's the same in the black communities of America. Churches everywhere are wrong with shitloads of poverty in Jesus' name.
We got churches and Joby don't understand it. Joby thinks it's in Africa. And exactly right, Robert. Every African American community in America has 1,000 churches in our neighborhood. And what you see? Poverty. And these morons, they say, well, goddamn, we got all these churches. Why are we still poor?
I think I relate because I think we've given a very perfect example of back in the continent. There's a time, I don't know where, on Sunday, we were just walking with a friend of mine, and we ended up like meeting 1,000 churches in every 3 seconds. 3 seconds, like, like who is paying attention to who? Because you're here, and then mind you, what I'm saying, we don't even know what we believe in. You're here, I'm paying attention to kids, but if I hear, like, Robert Williams is more fire, next Sunday I'm going to Robert Williams' church, So you understand that, like, I feel like that church is more fire than this one. So next Sunday I'm gonna try that one. Next Sunday I try Ecant Fires, It's just super messed up. But in general, like I said, you need to understand these are 2 weapons being used upon and against us. Politicians are funding churches as they work together with pastors. Because explain the genocide in Kenya, which happened last year, where we had body organs found and bodies of people being displaced in a forest that the government claimed. And now, all the president just said was, I'm so sorry to the people who lost their loved ones. That's all. That's the speech he made. So what about this body organ situation? Ain't you going to talk about it? Oh, no. No. And the pastor still makes remarks how he wants and talks nonsense how he wants. And he's still in jail. His case is not even we don't even know when his case is supposed to be heard or anything. It's just insane. So it's up to us Africans to understand what is happening, because we're praying as the white men get richer, politicians get richer, we have Indians taking over business as you wait for your white Jesus to come and save you. Save yourself first. Before being saved by anyone, like I began the show and I said, before waiting for validation from anyone, literally just look at yourself first. Stop seeking validation from people. Make it all about yourself first. What makes you happy? Prioritize yourself first.
And that's what Joe be saying. That's not true. I know we're the same people. You go to Jamaica, there's 1,000 churches and they're impoverished. You go to Haiti, there's 10,000 churches and they're impoverished. And when you got black people now, you got 100. Go to Brazil, except for some parts of Brazil, they at least got the most of that damn African spirituality. They refuse that church shit. But go to Colombia. Anyway, you got African people on the planet. There's 10,000 churches. You got the church and you got poverty. Goes hand in hand. Like, what? You ain't figuring this out. They try to scare you. If you walk away from the church, boy, you're going to go to hell. All right. And I go to hell. Maybe I get some damn money. Won't be impoverished all the time. Shit.
I also see Ikan Fire says that there is a pastor that went to prison for Salvadin is what is that? What's that term? So is this Sadavin is subjects? What do you mean by that? I didn't get that what you meant. But I also see you saying that for starving is subjects. That's what you meant. Okay, for starving is people. Yeah, that was in Kenya. And also we have actually was influenced by what is his name again? Kid, the white guy who also was starving his people.
Jim Jones. Joby. Them black people went down to Guyana in South America, another black country down in Guyana, and followed him down there, and he poisoned all these stupid asses. He poisoned all these Negroes, Joby.
Jim Jones also influenced also. That is what happened right in Kenya, because apparently from the article.
Do me a favor. This is that. Go to Google. Show me the images of Jim Jones massacre. That'd be best. It said images of Jim Jones' death. Now this was in South America. Guyana is an African country because it was full of slavery. So the majority of people in Guyana are African people, African descent. So Guyana sits right on the right by Venezuela and Suriname.
God.
You gonna share it with us, Joby?
Yeah. This is crazy.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
These are bodies.
And these are you saying? These are your American African. These are still the same Negroes who they were Americans. They all took the juice, and they all got killed. Because they said that Jim Jones is Jesus. And the white man is Jesus, Joey. He's Jesus. And then you got kids who went down there. The parents took their babies down there. That's why I don't want to be raised by no moron. You had children that took that shit because their parents were stupid. Bodies everywhere.
I think I began watching his documentary. I need to finish it because I just started of Jeffrey Epstein's that is on Netflix. I don't know how much facts it has, but of course it has clues. Where there is smoke, there's always fire. It has clues, but I'll watch this one. I must finish. This is so crazy and scary at the same time. This is so many people. Like this is so much.
Why is it scary, Joby? Why what makes it scary? Because their minds are messed up? What's scary about it?
Bodies, the bodies are too many. It's super
crazy. It's a mass genocide because they believe in it. And remember, they didn't know he was poisoning their ass. They didn't know it. They didn't know he was killing their stupid asses. They didn't even know it. But he was poisoning their ass. It's the love juice of Jesus. I'll take the potion of Jesus. All right, nigga, I'll take it. Give it to your kids. Give it to your children.
Was he ever, did he ever get any sentence for this or?
No, he died too. Remember, he killed himself. He talking about a psychopath. Yeah, he took his own juice. He killed everybody. Then he killed himself. So you can't. You can't go to jail if you're dead.
Oh my God, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. But
these cult members, Joby, who start these cults are crazy too. So you always get crazy people to follow you. So he intended to murder everybody. I'm gonna take everybody to heaven, Joby. He didn't tell them that he planned to kill their ass.
It's crazy, man. But anyway, before we get to wind up, I began in a screen. Of course, I realized that my mixer had no sound, so I want to repeat it one more time. so as to let you know what I was talking about before I shared this. I was talking about Uganda denying the reports that were made by Nigeria. That was on Friday. I did give a report of where we had a journalist coming from Zimbabwe who did expose the University of Benin and Nigeria for them working together in terms of corruption and giving other students documents or other certificates within a few short of time. I think Dimore also mentioned it on Saturday.
That was Nigeria. They just said that was Kenya. They said no. So yeah, he said now Nigeria said. Now you had a Nigerian journalist. Yeah, went to Kenya. I was on the show with them. So they went to Kenya, and they could get that's all of Africa. So it's happening. So this probably Nigeria retaliating against Kenya. Hey, we can get it. They can get a document here. They pay money. Why just do it in Kenya? And so he said within 2 hours they paid somebody in Kenya. They had a full 4-year diploma.
It's every African country, I'd say so. The quite numbers
of
for Kenya, that has been there for the longest time. Because I saw in the college I was there, people could not come to classes, but you hear they have graduated. I'm like, I've never even seen you at school. How you graduate? You never even attended classes. Like, how am I seeing all the graduation day? I don't even know you.
That's how corrupted. That's why when everybody gets an African education, they try to go somewhere else. It's not accepted. They we don't accept this. And what do you mean? I graduated from Nairobi University. I don't give a shit. The answer is no. We don't accept none of this shit.
It's crazy. So the journalist from Zimbabwe exposed, that was last week on Friday. I shared the documentary, a little bit of him saying he's also fearing for his life because, he's exposing corruption of its highest level, because you have people who are taking 4 years, 5 years to finish their career of which they're studying under and to get the degree, the PhD or the master's that they're working for. But it is so inconvenient, especially because this is where corruption comes in. Let's say I have, Katie, who is taking home science, and I'm taking maybe geography. Then she's taking the right path, and I end up taking the short path. So her taking the right path is gonna lead her to lacking job, despite using the right path, because this is what happens even politically. Where I gave a very perfect example of you're gonna be told to take a degree, PhD, master, but literally a dropout out of nowhere becomes your leader. Like what we have, perfect example of today.
You got Museveni, you got Museveni don't even pretend. He never even got to high school. Shit, he never heard Museveni talk. But Tinubu, he went to the University of Chicago and he was selling drugs in Chicago. And Chicago said, we got no records of him going to no college here. We got no records of no Tinubu going to college or graduating in no Chicago.
So Nigeria did say that it shall no longer take or identify the degrees coming from Kenya, Uganda. They also mentioned Niger. I can't remember the other African country, but there were 5 of them, if I'm not wrong. But now Uganda, the Ministry of Education has come forth and denied these reports that were given by Nigeria. And they said that the National Council of Higher Education denies allegations that Uganda may face Nigeria's rejection of its degree certificates over authenticity concerns. Professor Mary Okwalo, NCHC, which is the National Council of Higher Education Director, clarified that there have been 10 complaints from Nigeria about the legitimacy of Ugandan academic papers. NCHE investigation complaints related to higher learning institutes and takes appropriate action. Contrary to reports, Nigeria has not suspended accreditation for Ugandan degrees. Professor Okwalo urged anyone with evidence of fake degrees to provide information for necessary action. So what I got
look. Joby ain't trying to go to Nigeria to get no job, so she don't need no degree. So why you got so many Ugandans trying to go to Nigeria to get a job? I guess I don't. But
they're trying to get the certificate, the degree certificate. That is what they're getting, which is a very shortcut. You know, I can bribe someone and get a certificate.
I'm saying they're not. Yeah, but I'm saying the reason why Nigeria is saying no because they're coming in for jobs. You come with your certificate, Joby. So Nigeria wouldn't care if you was coming there. If you wasn't coming there, they only say that to the people that's coming to the country. You gotta present your qualifications, your education for a job, Joby, when you get there. So they say these people are morons. They ain't got no PhDs and no damn college education. So you know, Joby ain't trying to get no credentials to go to damn Nigeria. They go my college education. Nah, I ain't going there.
I'm good. I'm not unless I'm going to a if I'm going to invest in a real estate, the Buffalo bungalows houses we see. Yes. Don't take me to that damn shit we just seen right here in New York. It's kind of boats. I'm so sorry. So no, I'm gonna be sinking, man. But what I understood from this information is that I'm proud of what Uganda has done, and them coming out and saying that anyone who has evidence of fake degrees to provide information for necessary clarification. That is important because what I feel like our nation in Africa have been doing is that we make speeches not checking, especially how the citizens are going to be affected, because we do have people who have maybe followed the right procedure to get a certificate from Uganda, from Kenya, but you're going to find because now others who use the shortcuts, it's going to affect other people, and this should actually come with a protocol that should be used on checking the real certificates and the fake certificates, how they are acquired, did the students attend the classes, did they perform well, and all that before making any further decisions. That is what I believe the government and all our systems should be doing. And that is my closing remarks of today's show. But I see Magwenji, karibu sana, unasema tuko live, Magwenji out here, Zimmerman. Karibu sana, asante sana for tuning in. We are coming towards the end of the show. Do you have any remarks?
Let me say this. Damage might be a little late. I don't know. Sinwave is still processing the money. I don't know what's going on with M-Pesa.
It's not really Sinwave alone because our M-Pesas are also down here. We can't buy anything, and it's so sad. It finds us again. We have no cash, so people are suffering because I went to the supermarket trying to pay for something, and apparently everyone was stuck there. If you don't have cash,
exactly. Yeah, M-Pesa is down. I try to tell him. I said M-Pesa must be down. He's like, because I can't send it again because Sinwave said you sent money. You gotta wait till this goes through. So I don't know what's going on with M-Pesa. He might not make it in today. I know Joey was trying to get her groceries. They said, no, black lady, you go to Nigeria and get your shit.
So I can go get some
you go get your bush meat from Nigeria.
I'm going to know. No snake. None of that damn shit. None of it. But anyway, family, we're coming to the end of today's show. It has been an amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Of course, for those who shall be catching this on a replay, enjoy and share as much as you can much of this information to your people, because we need to wake up our brothers and sisters so that they can stop believing on this psychosis of, this fake made up politics organization that doesn't work for us, which is working in favor of also the religion part of it as they make money off us and keeps on. It's crazy how the churches are not taxed and we are heavily taxed and they're funding money to churches. Make that make sense and think highly about that, Think highly about that. But much love, family. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. This is the one and only HR, the messenger. Again, with game time too, that's how I wind up. And of course, see you guys later on the Black Kings frequency. If Kame shall not make it in, it shall be me and the chat right here as we get to diving into different conversation. And later, I'm back with the culture show. The baddest DJ they can't afford from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. You know how we do.